Yo, what's up? Just in case you didn't realize, like, I'm sort of sitting there at the front, so I'm having like a little boogie to that beat that's playing when that countdown goes. And then it goes straight into the other tune, which is called Feeding the Ducks. That's what this tune is called. All right, I'm just going to check if my audio is working. It looks fantastic. Yeah, visuals are sweet as well. All right, beautiful. What is up, everybody? Lachy White here. Welcome back to another Sunday Product Talk. I'm really excited to have you guys here and to go through some stuff today. I've got an awesome little concept that I wanted to go through today, and I've actually paid it's probably over like $10,000 worth of training now, and along the way I've learned different parts of this concept, of this framework, and it's sort of been able to bring it all together in conjunction and add my own little spin to it. But I kind of wanted to share it with you guys. This is like this cool little thing, and it's about like, why Amazon is so powerful and how you can go in and build a brand, and then what ends up happening in like 2 to 3 years time, and how you can exit from the brand, and that check you're actually going to get paid and how much that can end up being. So yeah, I'm going to go through some examples of products to kind of show you how that would work with the brand. But I kind of wanted to start off as like, the other day, I've had a couple of people ask me, like how it is that I got into Amazon, and I realized that I'd never really told that story in my YouTube channel, and I'll have to do it in a proper video. But for me, I never realized that I wanted to be in business or be in entrepreneurship. I was actually like a broke university student studying to be a teacher, just like my dad. And I'd gotten like 2.5 years through my degree. And then one day I was coming home from a friend's birthday party with one of my other friends. And it'd been a big night, so you can imagine, like, my head was pretty sore. We were super tired. And so we were sitting there driving, feeling a bit groggy, when suddenly it was like woken by this roar of this F8 Ferrari zooming past us, just like we weren't even moving, despite going like 100 on the highway. And I sort of watched it disappear off down the highway, and I sort of said to myself, like, man, like, wouldn't it just be so nice to have one of those cars? To which my friend replied, like, well, I'm sure if you worked hard enough and saved, that you could have one day as well. And I was kind of taken aback, as I'm not really a big car person, and I had it in my head that like any type of Ferrari or supercar costs like over $1 million, and you kind of had to be like born lucky to get one, right? Like, I feel like a lot of people have thought that. And so I got out my phone and I kind of looked it up, and I saw that it was worth $500,000, which it's still an insane amount of money for a car, right? But I sort of sat there staring at my phone and thought out loud that, like, if I worked every single day and saved every single dollar from once I graduated as a teacher for 5 years, then I could afford one of these cars. And that's without spending a single dollar on anything. I saved every single dollar, and there were people out there who had like 6 or 7 of them. And my friend said, like, yeah. And I said, no, not yeah. Like, there's people that have 6 or 7 of these cars. How do they do that? And that's sort of where the mindset shift happened for me. And I had like this realization that there was a different way to make money and a better way to make money. And that's when I sort of went out and started like looking for other things and other ways and starting to learn about it. So I kind of just wanted to share it, to have my story out there. And there's obviously more that goes into it, but I'll leave that for another time. But let's sort of get into the different ideas that we have for today. I have a really cool little resource here. It's a little booklet, which I'm going to explain soon. Okay, so let me share my screen. I hope that music's not too loud. So what do we want? Actually, let's just do this. Let's just share my entire screen, yeah? All right, let's jump across here to Amazon. All right, so I've got this interesting little thing up here first. This is the US market, and it's called smoking wood. Hang on, let me... Yeah, it's got it right. Sweet. So these are like things you use when you're smoking food. You can get like different flavored ones here. Put them in so it adds like a flavor to your meat or whatever it is you want to smoke. You can see like they come in different price ranges, a couple different packagings from like these really basic sort of ones and ones that are a bit bigger in the boxes. You can sort of come down and see the different types. There's a smoking machine doing a video, but not really a video for the chips themselves. And if we look at the numbers for them, you can see that there's a bit of a range. But, like there's a couple there doing like $40,000 a month, 35,000, 30,000, and then like even on the lower end, like 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, which is still a big amount of money each month. Like, would an extra $3,000 a month make a difference for you? Yeah, right. Like it would for me. So it's there's some really good numbers there. Now, what I want you to think about is like I see this and I think like immediately for the sponsored brand and the sponsored video, there's no one advertising on the smoking chips. The smoking machine, which I guess is related, but no one doing it for the chips. And what I don't see is anyone doing a premium product. Okay, so everyone just sort of selling the product, but no one's there that's really focusing on the brand and making a nice brand. Okay, now to tie in with that, what I have there is this little resource. Now this is worth its weight in gold. This is a little booklet for a brand that is being sold. So usually when people go to sell a company or sell a brand, they might do up a little thing online and they just put it out to some agencies to sell it. But I've been given this example, and this is how some people have had some huge exits from e-commerce brands. And it does it up. I don't know how well we're going to be able to see here on the camera, but goes through, and I'm going to show you a couple of the different pages, but showcases the brand. And this is something that can get printed out and sent to the prospect, and really showcases the features. And this in itself is like part of the brand, right? Helps increase the value. So this is a brand that's called Primal Kitchen. There's the camera out, dog. You can sort of see it there. And it's like a camping brand, right? Or like a little smoking barbecue brand. And they have in theirs some wood chips. So it sort of comes at the start and it shows like the brand's journey, like when it started, the years that it was selling. Talks about Amazon. So it's like a $1.5 trillion marketplace, how it compares to like, your Target, Walmart, whatever, just how good it is. And then it comes across, talk about your growth. I'm just going to focus on the product side, and it starts to get into the products. And so here's the first one here, and you can just see, sorry, I'm struggling with this camera, how much nicer of a little product it is, right? And it's a cherry wood flavored one. And it's really targeting to be like that gourmet brand, right? Which we can see here. I've just realized I've had my camera on small for you all this whole time. I've been trying to show it. Let me jump back. My bad, G. Yeah, there we go. So it's full. So that's like the first one there, right? That's what it looks like. And you can sort of see down there. It's got the stats for it, like the reviews, how long it's been selling for, its price, and its average revenue per month. Okay, so it's a way nicer product. If we jump back to Amazon, boom, way nicer than any of these, and it's still making about the same, if not more, money than the others. Okay, so just by having that more premium brand, it means people are going to spend more money, right? And as I sort of come through it here, you can see that, I'm going to just show it on the small screen, but they have like a multitude of different flavors that you can have, all in nice packaging. You can see it sort of goes into like a darker packaging and then changes based on the flavors. But it goes all the way through. It's got little reviews written through it. And then what they've decided to do is they're building out the brand. Okay, so they've been like, all right, our wood chips do really well. We've got these people who are going to buy wood chips. What else can we sell to them? You can sort of see, you don't have to see it in super close detail, but then they go into like the tools you can use, right? Like barbecue tools, a metal set, and then an actual smoker that you can sit underneath meat when it's cooking. So just little things that are easy to source that are still going to bring up the amount of profit that the brand makes and just sort of flesh out the brand itself. Again, all in this little booklet you give to a buyer. So then we sort of come along, they've got some knife sets as well. And then it comes along to the end where they have it a little for sale page. I'll show you the numbers there in a sec. But with e-commerce brands, like a general rule and like a bad e-commerce brand or an average one, it's got to be making money, but one that's not like a super good brand, right? You can generally get about a 2 to 3 times multiplier on the amount of profit it makes each year. So if you build it to, let's say, a $400,000 a year profit, okay? That means you can sell it for 1.2 million. So that's a huge markup, right? And then if you have a really good brand, so if you're selling on Amazon, maybe you're selling on Shopify through funnels, you've got an email list, you've got socials that have got good engagement and following. I know people who have sold it up to a 7 times multiplier. Okay, so that means if you're doing like $500,000 a month profit, or let's just take $400,000 a month profit, you could sell that for 2.8 million. So that's where the big money is. That's where you get that big check written out to you, and it's not what a lot of people realize. Okay, so it's like, and it's what I always say to people is, people say like, why don't you take more money from the business and have more freedom, do cooler things? But all I see is like that money that is made in profit each month, by reinvesting it, how it could compound to be worth more for when you go to sell it, as opposed to me just taking it for that month, right? Like seeing that bigger picture. And like this one here, they've sort of got it there that they're asking for it to be sold at 1.2 million, and they sort of show the estimated growth and the estimated profit that'll be coming in the upcoming years. So you can package your whole business in a little thing like this, and get that anywhere from a 2 to 7 times multiplier for a brand. Okay, so it's just something that I wanted to share it because you don't get taught it anywhere else, right? It's obviously not something anyone learns at school, how to build and sell a business, or you can buy a business and flip it kind of thing. But yeah, I have this resource. I can attach it to one of my videos coming up if people kind of like the concept, like the idea, want to check it out. But I kind of just wanted to put that there. So let me just chuck this back over here. So we'll go through a couple more ideas here. So let's have some water. And then if you think like, hey, maybe like here in America, just on the American marketplace, there's already some brands who've got some good reviews who are doing it. It'd be hard for me to go in there. Jump across here to the Australian marketplace. Boom, bada bing. Look at this. People advertising at the top cocktail smoker kits. I don't even know what the heck. Am I getting caught out? Nah, we good. Don't even know what these are. And so there's not even people advertising properly for them. No video at all. Couple with some reviews, but like you could easily come in here, and I think I had a look just before. These are doing like, a couple hundreds, a couple already doing 1,000. So as Amazon Australia is going to grow into that potential of the US marketplace, Australians love to camp. We love to cook, love to barbecue. So it's going to be a niche that increases up to products doing like 10 to 20,000 a month, 100%. Now, like I always teach, I just wanted to check. Let's have a look on the left here, just for maybe like some other ideas. Fireplace, home decor. What are gas logs? Have a little look-see. Are they just like... Oh, they're saying gas is in like... It's just firewood, I think. It'd be too heavy to ship. That's cool. Just thought it was interesting. What about on the Australian one? What have we got? Outdoor smokers, freestanding grills, barbecue tool sets. Let's have a look. That'd be way too competitive in America. Might be a different story in Australia. By the way, if you guys have any questions, like always, like the whole point of this Product Talk Sundays is one, for you to be able to see how I analyze products and find winning ones, and you can go off any ideas and build them out further that I see here. But it's two, for you to ask questions about anything in your business or anything you're struggling with. Let me know so that I can come and help. Either leave it on the live chat down below or just leave it after the video. I always go through and reply to every comment. So please don't be afraid to ask for help. I just want that category. Barbecue tool sets. So there is a brand ad up there. Everyone's advertising. So this might already be too competitive. something cool I did see for one of these once was like it was your little spatula, but the handle was like a gun handle. Might be more an American thing. I think they love their guns. And I also saw a cool one that was like the spatula into the handle, and then on the handle you could press a button that would like turn on a little torch light. So if you're at night and have great lighting, you can just flick that on when you're looking to turn anything you're cooking, so you can see if it's like done properly or not. Is that like no? They're advertising on the wrong keyword. Anything cool on the side for this one? Doesn't look like it. That's fine. And then something that was related, that was another thing that I sort of had saved up, was like charcoal, right? So like your cooking charcoals. And this one you can see it's a little bit less competitive in the Australian market as well. Because they're advertising on it like these big cooking appliances. I wonder how much these guys are doing. Oh, there's already a couple doing like a couple thousand a month. How much do they weigh? They're 10-kilo bags. It's going to be a premium product. Your shipping is going to be expensive. If it's something you could get sourced in Australia, then that's way better because you don't have to pay to get it shipped into the country. Because yeah, look how quickly that just ran into other products. What's the search volume for it? Not a lot. 496 still. Interesting. What's that doing in America? So I want to see if there's like any good examples of like a product differentiation here in America. Let's go all departments, charcoal. You guys been having a great day? Super hot here, and I've been feeling a bit sick, so I've been struggling to get as much done. I still have to perform even though I'm sick. So I've been trying to push through it. I hope you've been having a great weekend. These are big, these charcoal bag absorbers, but they're super saturated now. It's interesting. These are all pretty much the same brands. How much money they're doing? There's not a lot of them here. I feel like you could easily make like this one here's the Jealous Devil one. You could easily do like an Australian one, right? Like you could have it. There's like that pet food that sells at Woolies. So look at this. These are doing several $100,000 a month. There's a pet food that's like a pet food. It's like a dark wolf packaging. Oh, I just saw it. This. Wait, is that it? It's sort of like this. But if you did a bigger, like an artwork or something, right? I feel like in Australian charcoal, you could do like a kangaroo artwork, but like dark, like the silhouette looking back. So it's a manly charcoal, using it for your barbecues, and you could easily do like a cookbook info product with it or something that's gonna like help to push it and sell it. That's an interesting little niche there. It's doing crazy numbers here in America, but it's actually not that many selling. I'm gonna save that for myself actually. What's that? 105,000. Yeah, let's save that one. That's the top seller. The Jealous Devil. Interesting name for it. And then yeah, we could easily bring it to Australia. Just some better packaging. There's even some there that are 4-kilo bags. So you could get away with a smaller one, and still be able to have that nicer brand, smaller shipping costs. Let's have a look at the air purifiers, because that was those little charcoal bags I was talking about. Just gonna check everything on the stream still working here. Dr. Debbie in the chat, who's booking a spot in the webinar. That's right, webinars start next week, which is Mick Liddy. I'm so excited. I've been practicing it. I love public speaking. Like, that's why I love to do these, and with that, I have like a set time then that I can sit down with like people I know are like set on it, and we can go in and break down like some of the big brands that I'm doing. So if you want to register for the webinar, I'll put the link down in the description to this video. It's in the description of all my videos. So Thursday, 5 p.m. Check it out. Come hang out for a bit and watch how some insane stuff is done. But if we have a look here, it looks like, again, it's that one brand, which... Can we have a look at it here? Where was it? I saw it. Oh, it's a different brand. Okay. FitScan. Yeah. Just looks similar, which is interesting. What kind of numbers are they doing here? Already like a couple thousand. Not as big. Is there like... Oh, hang on. That's why. My bad. Let's go. I want all departments. Oh, I wish I could spell, bro. Charcoal air purifier. This is what I want. Okay, so there's a couple. What sort of numbers is it doing? That looks cool with that blue packaging. That's like a nice black box that it comes in. Don't know if you need that for this particular audience. Like, do they care about the box it comes in? Or they're just going to throw it away? Like, you don't want to spend money on a box and make it really nice if the customer's just going to throw it away, right? Like, Apple needs to spend a lot of money on a box because it's part of their product. Something like a charcoal air purifier, probably not the same. So it's doing some okay numbers. What's that? 12. What's one of the mechanical ones? I think, yeah. How many different ones are there? Not a huge amount. I don't know. Numbers aren't quite there for me yet on the Australian market, but it could be something you can invest in, get in early. But I'm not quite sure how you differentiate it because I don't really see one there. Interesting. What else we got on the side here? Air purifiers. No, that's fine. We've already got a couple of them. Plant container accessories. I kind of want to check that out. See how it just sort of like it indulges into that rabbit hole? We just always want to make sure we're on all departments. Oh, they're cool. Those little hanging bottles. How many reviews I got? Only 47. So these are some... That's hilarious. $43 for that. How many does that come with? Is it just one? No. I don't charge $43 for one. How much money is that? I'm going to be blown away. Not a lot, okay. Okay, so they're not very good. Oh, well, it looked kind of cool. What are these other ones doing? These little glass bottles. They look sick. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Beautiful. Let's load that up. So they're doing about $2,000 a month. That's pretty cool. $24,000 a year. So going off what I spoke about before, right? Let's just say that this one here, so it's doing about $2,000 a month. I always say you should be aiming for about a 30% profit margin minimum, okay? So 2,000, 30% profit margin is, what's that? Like 600? Is that right? Let me check. My dad's a maths teacher, so I should know that. Boom, 600. Freaking genius, bro. So 600 profit a month times that via 12 is 64? 6,400? Yeah? Awkward. Sorry. 7,200 profit per year, right? Just from that one product. And you're going to get a 3 times multiplier. So meaning just from that one product in that brand, if you'd sold it for a couple of years, you could sell that brand for $21,000. Okay? If you add maybe another 2 products that are doing that, easily you can see how quickly it jumps up. Just a good way to look at it whenever you're thinking about the products. Any others here we want to check out? I kind of want to see if there's like these are cool. But if there's like some cooler ones on Alibaba, let's just go plant container. Or what about Pinterest? Let's have a look. Just want to put a describing word. We got that's kind of cool. Pinterest has the best videos, bro. You want video ads? Go to Pinterest. See, I was thinking something like this, like a recycled kind of thing. There's nothing here that's like a biodegradable option, which are usually cheaper to make, and people are more likely to buy them in like today's times. Nothing there. Let's search via that. Biodegradable plant container. What do we got? So there's that one. All these little ones. We're not going to use eggshells, even though I can respect the inventiveness. What are these? Kind of cool. I thought there'd be like some sort of pot made from like this material. Like that kind of thing, but I wanted like a really cool one. What about on Alibaba? Let's have a look. Bum, 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 bum. Something like that. I reckon 20 cents. Must be there's no way one of those is 20 cents. See, they're cool, but they're not like, like you're going to want to display something like this. Whereas not that. Don't know. I'd have to do more research on it, whether how you could do like a biodegradable one or just an environmentally friendly version. I reckon there would be a way to design it. I'd probably try and work with a product designer who works specially in that kind of area. So he's going to know the materials you can use and like the malleability of some of them. So that way they'll know like we can make it look like this or like a nice shape or something. But I'm not sure how to do it. But I thought there is an opportunity there. What is it like in the American market? Boom, 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 boom. The same ones advertising up there. Interesting. That just plant container. Okay. See, that's something. Cocoa fiber. Yeah, see that. Oops, crazy thunder here. See, like that's a big fabric sort of one. Ooh, what are they? Any more fabric ones? See, look at that. Immediately, that's what they're doing. That's what I'm talking about. They come in like that nice packaging. Just watching the video. See, that's so much nicer than nearly everything else. Something like that's going to be really expensive to get made. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's creative artists, right? Like, and you don't have to do one exactly like that. Like, what if you did one that was like a little wooden gnome, or what else people are gonna like in the gardening world? Yeah, you can paint them. That's kind of clever. I like that. You can obviously only do tiny planes. Maybe you could do a big one. $3,000 a month. $48,000 a year. They got any? No EBC reviews. Okay. It's interesting. Someone said it would be good if they had like sticker faces on, which immediately I see that. Think, look at that, it's an easier way to make the product better. If you made it a cooler looking mannequin and chucked a sticker on it, I'm going to actually save that for myself. I reckon that's a cool little product you could easily do. I'm just going to save that in my sales file. I want to see if there's like any different variations of it, like on Alibaba. People are already getting it made. I'm going to close these tabs down. Whoa, this might be hard to source. I'd have to do an RFQ, I reckon. Well, not a single one. No way. What? Alright, might be something you'd have to RFQ. I thought you could get some cool ones, and maybe them, like them holding them up, or like about to throw it kind of thing. You'd have two of them set up like they're passing it to each other. Lots of potential with them. That's cool. Alright, tight. So that's kind of like, that's the different products that I had to share. And I kind of just wanted to finish up by like, sharing like another concept that I kind of spoke about recently in my YouTube video. I leave the whole hour here for this session in case there's lots of people who need help. But of course, you can always just like leave a little comment down below if you end up missing out on it. But in my video recently, I sort of talked about how there's this framework that I sort of talk about and that I've been able to implement, which is like the way when you're starting up anything for success, okay? Whenever you start a new project or any new business, there's always 3 roles that need to be filled. And I'm sort of talking about it in perspective of e-commerce, right? So when you start up any new business or any new project, you need someone with the capital, someone with the idea, and someone who can execute, okay? Those 3 things. And sometimes you can have one person fill more than one of the roles. So when I was first starting out, and maybe a lot of you guys are in this similar boat, you might have the idea and you might have the ability to execute, like you could be the CEO, but you don't have the capital to get started on these kind of things, okay? And there's some people out there who are reverse. Either they just have the capital, they don't want the idea or to execute, and they decide to invest, or maybe they have a heap of capital and are able to execute on things and have experience with executing, but you come to them with an idea, right? And the whole idea of this concept is, a lot of people want big things in their life, want change, want to achieve big goals, want money, want freedom, but they immediately let things like not having the experience or not having the money stop them. Okay? So if you don't have either of those things, where can you start? You can start by learning about the topic. So let's say it's e-commerce, for example. You start by learning about it, YouTube, buy some courses, and then you can go out and start finding winning products like what we just looked through, right? You find ones, you save them like I did, and then you can start to do up some presentations, okay? Maybe once you've got like 15 to 20 products, you narrow it down and you've got like your top 5. And you do it up like that little booklet that I showed you. And instead for selling the business, you're selling the idea of building the brand. So you can show like, hey, I found these products. I believe I can differentiate it like this, and this is the potential. And then you go after people, show them that, and you're like, I need this much money to get it started. Would you be interested in contributing all of that money in exchange for some equity, or would you like just a smaller portion? And if we're able to raise the full amount, then we'll be able to go ahead with it. So that way it immediately removes the money factor. And then you can also ask these people if they want to do like a joint venture with you. So that way they sort of can coach you on it. Or you can go to 2 different people, right? You can go get someone like we just said who's going to do the money, and then find someone who's already got experience in the space. Say, hey, I've got this person who's going to put in the capital for us. I've got this idea. Are you able to help us execute in exchange for some equity? Okay, there's people out there who want to fill these other roles. You just need to be the ideas person. You have the ideas, and then you can still go forward, and then you're building experience so that you can be that person who executes, and you're building money so you can then be that person with the capital, okay? Build the brand, you can then sell it down the track, and then you fill all 3 roles, or maybe you move up and transition into one of the other 2 roles, and you start looking for people who have the ideas, or you're looking for people who can execute and stuff like that. Okay, so it's a really important framework, especially for young people. Get out there, don't let it hold you back. Okay, life's too short to think that money or experience is going to hold you back from achieving your dreams. Get in there, get your hands dirty, and don't be afraid to get onto it. That's all we're going to touch on today, guys. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Again, if you have any questions or you want me to check anything out for you, leave it in the comments below. It's about to storm here, so I have to go a little bit early. But I'm going to see you guys in the next videos throughout the week. All right? Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.